I love discussing my business idea with different backgrounds and cultures, and just to get sort of a cultural code of what they think about my idea. I learned very early on that every country or every culture has its own code for particular things like love or food or business, whatever it is. So everyone thinks about it really differently, but you also have, on top of the individuality, a sort of a cultural element of what they are in their own norm, like a social norm of how they should think about something. So that's what I like to tap into when I'm talking to people, to find out what it is and how it is that they feel towards my project. Because ultimately, there is no right or wrong. It's not as if anybody can come up to me and say, that's a really bad business idea, because ultimately, I could make that happen. A lot of the people who have made these things happen are people who have been told that it's not possible.
Well, I know quite well the Spanish case, where people start installing solar panels at their homes, which is not very cheap, but with years it becomes more profitable to have this solar panel and save money on gas, for example, or electricity. So this is the way, and unfortunately not all the countries can do that because you need sun, but at least Mediterranean countries definitely have to focus on that and try to find alternative sources of energy.
Algeria is a country with more than 250,000 visually impaired persons, and those persons are having a lot of troubles traveling or doing even simple actions. And to be honest, today's public and private companies are not taking their needs into consideration. So that's why I find that Cartobland, which is a young startup specialized in designing and designing maps and materials, especially to meet the need of the visually impaired persons.
Our focus area basically is with underprivileged youth and with refugee youths. So I think when we networked, especially with the other participants, and also hearing what we've been hearing for these past 2 days, what we have learned could be placed in our actual projects. Most of them could be implemented actually.
So our current project is enabling healthcare access to socially excluded, impoverished and low-income parts of the population. So as you can see, this is going to target a small amount of the population, but around now in Greece it's 10% of the population, which is quite huge as a market, who have now access. So basically it's also a growing market because you go into healthcare, which is also globally growing, so there's an opportunity. And society will gain benefit because healthier people are more empowered to do things, to get employed, and to overcome several barriers, the economic and the social ones.
My project is an electrical scooter sharing system. We want to improve the way people move within an urban daily basis. So with this social business approach, maybe I can focus better where the more necessities are, where are the people that will need the most and how will they really benefit about a better mobility scheme.
What I have tried to do, because I have built this place with personal money and some funds for renovation, but it was mainly through personal money. So what I was trying to do is that through the revenue stream we get from the activities and the food, I tried to build a small fund for people who have like creative ideas, very, very small and very, very small projects, so that I can like every quarter, like every 3 months, I provide this small fund to somebody who can benefit and do their own project.
I feel that my personal proposal of the 2050 city is to design an umbrella organisation that can manage a lot of the information that we're creating in cities. I think cities are sort of like a mature wine. They have created, it's like a skeleton that provides for a particular kind of person. And there are some cities that provide for a large variety of individuals. But when it comes to the way that future cities are going to be designed, because a lot of the built environment that we have today is already built. It's not as if we're going to start building on the moon, because a lot of the buildings that we have right now are going to be surviving maybe in 50 years' time.
Trying to bring science closer to people, try to make them understand science more, see the need for understanding science, and wanting children to study, to get more involved with science and technology in the future. This is my goal.